The morning of the 1973 Oscars, Marlon Brando receives an unmarked envelope at his hotel. Inside, a message from people who don't make requests. Don't accept the award tonight, or you'll regret what comes next. Brando reads it, says nothing. Here's what the people sending that message didn't understand. You can't script Marlon Brando's life, not with pressure, not with threats, not with anything. You think this is about the Oscars? Wrong. This is about what happens when invisible power meets unstoppable will. March 27, 1973, Dorothy Chandler Pavilion. The Godfather has dominated the nominations, 10 categories. Best Picture, Best Director, Best Actor for Brando. The theater is packed. Hollywood. Royalty in every seat, cameras everywhere. But 3 hours before the ceremony, backstage is chaos. Brando sits alone in a dressing room. Black tuxedo laid out on a chair. He's not wearing it. Instead, jeans, a t-shirt and reading glasses, flipping through a book on Native American history. A production assistant knocks. Mr. Brando, they need you for a sound check. Tell them I'm not doing one, sir. It's standard procedure. I said no. I said no. The assistant hesitates, wants to argue. Knows better. Leaves without another word. Because everyone who works with Brando learns the same lesson eventually. When he says no, he means it, and arguing only makes him more stubborn. The assistant leaves. Brando sets the book down, picks up the envelope again, reads the message a second time. No signature, no return address, just typed words on expensive stationery. Don't accept the award tonight, or you'll regret what comes next. He recognizes the tone. The same people who tried to control the Godfather production. The same invisible hands that reached into Hollywood when money and power intersected. They wanted him to refuse quietly, fade into the background, let the moment pass without incident. But Brando doesn't do quiet, never has. He picks up the phone in his dressing room, hesitates for just a moment, because this call will set everything in motion. Once he makes it, there's no going back. He dials anyway, dials a number he's had memorized for weeks. 3 rings. Soshin, it's Marlon. On the other end, Soshin Littlefeather answers. Are we still doing this? We're doing this. Even after she pauses, even after what happened this morning. Brando's eyes narrow. What do you mean? I got a call. Anonymous. They told me not to go to the ceremony. Brando's jaw tightens. They didn't just threaten him. They went after her too. Are you scared? Soshin takes a breath, terrified, but I'm still coming. Good, because tonight, we're not just refusing an award, we're refusing to be controlled. What time should I be there? 6. Backstage entrance. Don't talk to anyone until you're with me. Understood, understood. She pauses before hanging up. Marlon, can I ask you something? Yes. Why now? You could have refused any of your other awards. Why this one? Brando's answer is simple. Because this time, someone tried to tell me I couldn't. Soshin understands immediately. This isn't about Native Americans at all, is it? It's about both. Your cause is real. My defiance is real. They can coexist. And if I become a target, you already are. The moment you agreed to help me, then I guess we're in this together. Yes, we are. He hangs up, stands, walks to the mirror, looks at himself. 20 years in Hollywood, countless roles, 2 Oscars already on a shelf somewhere. And tonight, he's about to burn it all down. Not because he has to, because someone told him not to. 2 hours before the ceremony, Francis Ford Coppola finds Brando backstage. Marlon, we need to talk. About what? About tonight. About what you're planning. Brando looks at him. How do you know I'm planning anything? Because I know you. And because someone from the academy called me an hour ago asking if you were going to cause trouble. What did you tell them? I told them you're unpredictable. Which is true. Brando almost smiles. Francis, if I win tonight, when you win, if I win, I'm not accepting. Coppola exhales. He knew this was coming. Soshin. Yes. And the message this morning. Brando's eyes sharpen. You know about that. I got one too. Different wording. Same threat. They want you to refuse quietly, or not at all. And what do you think I should do? Coppola sits down. I think you should do whatever makes you sleep at night. But understand something. These people don't make empty threats. I know. Then why provoke them? Brando leans forward. Because the moment you let fear decide your actions, you've already lost. This isn't about fear, Marlon. It's about strategy. No, Francis. Strategy is what they want. Calculation, control. I'm done playing that game. Coppola studies him. This isn't just about Native Americans, is it? It's about all of it. The industry, the lies, the way we pretend art is separate from power when it never has been. You're making this personal. It already was personal. They made it personal when they sent that envelope. Coppola stands. I can't protect you from this. I'm not asking you to. The studio will never work with you again. Good. I don't want to work with them. Marlon Francis, I appreciate the concern, but my decision is made. Coppola looks at his friend, sees the determination, the absolute certainty. This is the Marlon Brando nobody in Hollywood understands. Not the temperamental actor, not the method performer, not the troubled genius, the revolutionary, the man who looks at power structures and asks, who says, and when nobody has a good answer, he dismantles them. The defiance, the absolute refusal to bend. All right, then let's make sure Sosha knows what she's walking into. She knows I called her, and she's braver than both of us. The ceremony begins at 7. By 6:30, the theater is full. Stars everywhere, cameras rolling, the world watching. Backstage, Sosha Littlefeather arrives. Apache dress, beaded jewelry.com. Despite the chaos around her, Brando meets her at the entrance. You ready? She nods. As ready as I'll ever be. As ready as I'll ever be. She's wearing the dress she made herself. Traditional, Apache patterns, beadwork her grandmother taught her. It's beautiful, it's political, it's a statement before she even speaks. Brando notices. That's perfect. The dress, the presence. You're not going up there as my representative. You're going as yourself. That's what makes it powerful. Did anyone bother you on the way in? Security tried to stop me, said I wasn't on the list. I told them I was your guest, and they let me through. Reluctantly, Brando hands her a folded piece of paper. This is the speech. 15 pages. Read it or don't. Say whatever feels right. She unfolds it, scans the words. This is comprehensive. It's the truth. About treaties. About representation. About everything Hollywood ignores. I can't read 15 pages on stage. Then summarize. The point isn't the words, it's the presence. What if they try to force me off stage? They won't. Too many cameras. What if they boo? Let them. Booing is just noise. What matters is the message. She inhales slowly. Marlon, why me? You could send anyone. Because you believe in something bigger than yourself. And that's what this moment needs. The announcement comes over the speakers. Ceremony beginning in 10 minutes. All presenters to their positions. Brando doesn't move. Aren't you going to your seat? Sosha asks. I don't have one. What? I'm not sitting in that audience. I'm not playing their game. Then where will you be? Here. Watching. Waiting. Alone. Alone is how you stay free. The lights dim in the theater. The ceremony starts. Music plays. Applause erupts. Presenters walk on stage. Brando watches from a backstage monitor, his face blank, his mind sharp. Next to him, Sosha stands silently, rehearsing in her head, knowing that in less than 2 hours she'll walk onto that stage and everything will change. The first hour passes. Awards are given. Speeches are made. The Godfather wins Best Adapted Screenplay. Coppola accepts. Thanks the cast. Doesn't mention Brando. The second hour continues. Best Director is announced. Coppola wins again in his speech. He talks about collaboration, about vision, about the team that made it possible. Still doesn't mention Brando, because he knows what's coming. Then, at 9:47 p.m. Pacific Time, the moment arrives. Live, Ullman and Roger Moore walk onto the stage. They're presenting Best Actor. Backstage, Brando stands Sosha next to him. This is it, he says. A small nod. Her hands are shaking. You'll be fine, Brando tells her. How do you know? Because you're not doing this for me. You're doing it for your people. On stage, Roger Moore opens the envelope. His expression shifts slightly. Surprise, maybe or recognition. He leans into the microphone, and the Oscar goes to Marlon Brando for The Godfather. The audience erupts. Standing ovation. Applause thundering through the theater. Cameras immediately cutting to Brando's empty seat. Confusion ripples through the crowd. Where is he? The applause continues for 10 seconds. 15. 20. 20. Then Sosha Littlefeather walks onto the stage. The applause falters, then stops completely. She's wearing traditional Apache dress, her hair braided, her face calm. She walks to the microphone, refuses the Oscar statuette that Roger Moore tries to hand her. gently pushes it away with her palm. The audience is silent. Now confused uncomfortable SACHEE, and looks out at 3,000 people and speaks. Hello, my name is Soshan Littlefeather. I'm Apache, and I'm president of the National Native American Affirmative Image Committee. Her voice is steady clear unwavering. I'm representing Marlon Brando this evening, and he has asked me to tell you that he very regretfully cannot accept this very generous award. Murmurs in the crowd. Some boos, some scattered applause. She continues, and the reasons for this being are the treatment of American Indians today by the film industry. More boos, louder now, but also more applause. The audience is splitting in real time. Some people standing, some people jeering, some people stunned into silence. Soshan doesn't flinch. Excuse me, she says, her voice cutting through the noise. The crowd quiets slightly. She gestures to the piece of paper Brando gave her. I cannot share all of Mr. Brando's statement at this time, but I will be available in the press room immediately following this program. She steps back from the microphone, nods to Roger Moore, and walks off stage. The booing intensifies, but so does the applause. It's chaos, controlled chaos, but chaos nonetheless. Backstage, Soshan walks directly to Brando. Her hands are still shaking, but her eyes are fierce. I did it. You did. They hated me. Some of them did, but some of them heard you, and that's all that matters. Coppola approaches Soshan. You need to get to the press room now. They're waiting. She looks at Brando. Are you coming? No. This is your moment. Own it. She dips her head slightly, walks toward the press room. Brando stays behind, watches her go. Coppola turns to him. You just destroyed your career. Maybe. The Academy will never forgive this. I don't need their forgiveness. The studios don't control me. Coppola shakes his head. You're impossible. I prefer free. On stage, the ceremony struggles to continue. The next presenter stumbles over his lines. The audience is still buzzing. The energy has completely shifted. In the press room, Soshan faces a wall of reporters, cameras flashing, questions shouted. Where's Brando? Why did he refuse? Is this a publicity stunt? What did the full statement say? Soshan raises her hand. The room quiets. Mr. Brando refused this award because he believes the film industry has systematically misrepresented and degraded Native American people for decades. His full statement details broken treaties, stereotypical portrayals, and ongoing injustices. A reporter shouts, "Did someone pressure him to do this?" Soshan pauses, remembers the morning phone call. The anonymous threat. Mr. Brando makes his own decisions. She says carefully, "But did anyone try to influence him?" "I can't speak to that." Another reporter, "Do you think this will change anything?" Soshan looks directly at the camera. "I think tonight, millions of people heard something they've ignored for years. Whether it changes anything depends on them." Back in the theater, the ceremony limps to its conclusion. The Godfather wins Best Picture. Coppola accepts. Again, his speech is subdued, grateful but guarded. He knows what the headlines will be. Tomorrow, not about the film, about the refusal, and he's right. The next morning, front page of the New York Times, Brando rejects Oscar. Native American woman speaks, front page of the Hollywood Reporter. Academy, stunned by Brando's refusal, front page of Variety. Godfather stars protest divides Hollywood. The television coverage is brutal. Some anchors call it brave, others call it disrespectful. Most call it unprecedented. In his hotel room, Brando reads the coverage, doesn't smile, doesn't frown, just reads. The phone rings. He doesn't answer. It rings 6 more times over the next hour. He ignores all of them. Finally, on the 7th call, he picks up. Yes, a voice. The same voice from the envelope. "Mr. Brando, you made quite a statement last night." "I did. We asked you not to accept. You complied. In a way, in my own way." A pause. "You were supposed to fade quietly. Instead, you created a spectacle." "I don't do quiet." "No, clearly not." Another pause. "Was it worth it, Mr. Brando? Ask me in 20 years. We wanted to control the narrative. You hijacked it. That was the point." The voice on the other end shifts, less formal now, almost respectful. "You know what's interesting? We threatened you. We threatened her, and you still did exactly what you wanted." "Yes, that takes a certain kind of courage or stupidity. I'm not sure which. Maybe both." A dry laugh on the other end. "Mr. Brando, we underestimated you. That won't happen again." "Good. Because I'm not done. With what? Refusing. The line goes dead. Brando sets the phone down, looks out the window at Los Angeles. He knows what he's lost. Future roles. Industry relationships. The goodwill of the Academy. And he knows what he's gained. Freedom. Autonomy. The ability to look himself in the mirror. 3 weeks later, Socean Littlefeather receives a package. Inside, letters. Hundreds of them. From Native American activists, thanking her. From teachers asking for copies of Brando's full statement. From young people saying they'd never thought about representation until that night. And one letter with no return address. Just typed words. What you did mattered. Don't stop. She doesn't know who sent it, but she suspects. Because that's how Brando operates. Silent, strategic, supportive, from the shadows. 6 months later, Hollywood moves on. The Oscars controversy fades. New scandals emerge. The industry machine grinds forward, but something has shifted. Native American advocacy groups gain traction. Films start hiring cultural consultants. Conversations about representation begin to change. Slowly, too slowly, but they change. And every year at the Oscars, someone remembers the empty seat, the woman in a patchy dress, the actor who said no. Film. Students study it. Historians write about it. Activists reference it. The Brando moment, they call it. Not because he won an Oscar, because he refused it. On his terms, for his reasons, with his voice. Years later, in an interview shortly before his death, Brando was asked about that night. Do you regret it? He paused, thought about it. No, even knowing what it cost you, especially knowing what it cost me, because the cost was nothing compared to what I gained, which was proof that you can't be controlled if you refuse to submit. But didn't you submit? You refused the award, which is what they wanted. Brando smiled. They wanted silence. I gave them noise. That's not submission. That's subversion. The interviewer pressed. Some people say, you used Native Americans as a cover, that it wasn't really about them. Brando's smile faded. Some people are wrong. It was about them. It was also about me. It was about all of us who've been told what we can and can't say. So it was political. Everything is political when someone tries to control your voice. Here's the lesson from March 27, 1973. They sent Brando an envelope, told him to refuse quietly, expected compliance. He refused, loudly, with purpose, with a cause bigger than himself. And in doing so, he proved something fundamental. Power isn't given, it's taken. Control isn't absolute, it's an illusion. And the moment you realize that, the moment you understand that threats only work if you fear the consequences, that's when you become truly free. Brando knew this. Socean learned it. Hollywood tried to ignore it. But the truth remained. You can threaten an artist. You can pressure them. You can try to script their moment. But you can't control someone who's already decided. They'd rather lose everything than submit. 1973. The Oscars, an envelope, a choice. They thought they could dictate the ending. Brando wrote his own. And 50 years later, we're still talking about it. Not because of what he won, but because of what he refused. That's power.